What's going on, YouTube? You know who it is. It's your boy Shrek, and we're back with another video, guys. Woo! Slam that door. We're back with another video, guys. We are actually going to work on our service truck today. Long overdue. We've been having this product for some time now, and it's time we install it. If you guys remember, we did do the airbags. We did an airbag system. I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe I can zoom in on the post edit. There, we did airbags on it, and we have, as you can see, maybe not, we do have the air valve to fill them up on the back of the truck. Well, it's time we change that up. It's time we go ahead and install our compressor. Compressor is an air controller kit. That's what it's called. Basically a little compressor for the airbags. Comes from MAXPEEDINGRODS again. I wanted to match up the airbag system. I went ahead and just opened it, and I was like, you know what? Let me make a video. So we do have airline, 1/4" airline. We have a little thing to shop Amazon. Their support, phone numbers and whatnot. Power and ground wire. Here we go. Power ground. We have the little controller that goes inside, and wonder where we're putting the power and ground or why they're not connected. We'll see right now because they definitely ain't connected. So we'll see that right now. It comes with cutters, fittings, all this jazz, some fuse, inline fuses. Yep, pretty much everything you need for it. And then said air compressor is right here. Let me go ahead and open it. There it is. This is the little compressor. Puts a line right here to go into the airbags. You split it from here to a T, and that's basically it. So airline tubing, good cut, bad cut. As you can tell, this is how you cut your airlines. That's how you assemble that. Air fitting assemblies. Here it is. Pretty much it, guys. So we do have to run lines from the airbags, T into this module or a compressor, whatever you want to call it, and then run a line up to the controller. Install this inside of the truck as well. Run a line into the controller, and this will control. You can release air and you could add air. Pretty simple. And then you have your gauge that will tell you how much air pressure you have in your airbags. I actually haven't checked how much air we still have in it. I haven't added air, haven't felt the need to do. So actually, I might just go ahead and check the air right now and see how well they have been holding up air. So I'll go ahead and get a gauge right now. Got the gauge. Like I said, we installed these a couple months ago. Added air initially. I believe I had them like at 50 PSI. We have the passenger side at 39, driver side at 40. So they've lost some air pressure in them, but not a lot. Like I said, it's been on there for about 2 months now. A little bit over 2 months. 2 months, and we haven't added air. We initially had 50 PSI. We now have 40 and 39. Not bad. We'll go ahead and get started on the installation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is a view or a small installation diagram of how it should go. So you have to have power from your fuse box, which we have a switch panel. I don't know if you guys remember. We have a switch panel installed on our truck, so we will be running power from the switch panel. 15 amp fuse in line to the red wire coming off of the top, and you do basically a T on this one, power from your fuse box onto this, and you tee off from this. The other one, you run power from the bottom of the switch. Your switch is right here, the bottom of your switch, to your compressor. You run power, the red one, to this. Then you just ground it onto the frame of your truck. We have to find a spot for our compressor as well. And then, like I said, real simple. You tee off the airbags and run an airline from the compressor, I believe, and you tee off. You do another T. One goes to the compressor and one goes to the back of this little panel with the switch. That way you can monitor how much air is in it. Then you just mount this on the inside of your vehicle. Pretty easy. Let's go find a spot for the compressor and for this. Then we'll just start running everything. My truck has this little panel right here. I removed it, and I'm actually going to cut out. I traced the template for that controller, and I'm gonna cut it out and see if I could fabricate it so it's just right here. And I'll just run the wires through there. I think that'll be the cleanest option, just to put it right here. That way we don't have too much stuff on the way. So let's go ahead and cut it and modify this. Well, not the prettiest, but there it is. It'll work somehow. I'll make it snap on right now. That way it works with it. I'll show it to you guys installed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it has been about 2 hours since we started this project. Would have probably been faster, but you guys know I'm kind of not a perfectionist, but I like things done a certain way. Anyways, I didn't put everything back together just to show you guys. First of all, this is what we came up with. I'm holding it onto that plate. I did cut out a square, and then I just put a little self-tapping screw right through the top. It holds, it's enough. So the wire wiring, we did run this bottom wire, goes straight to your compressor. Let's not mess up the little bracket already. So the bottom wire goes straight to your compressor. It has a power and a ground on the compressor. I'll show you guys right now. Then the top one goes split between the two, and it goes to your fuse box. Like I said, we do have it on a switch panel. That's that. The vacuum hose or air line goes directly to the back of your little gauge. That's what's going to show you how much air you have in it. I haven't started it. I'm not sure if it's going to work, so we're going to start it together just to, I don't know, surprise.
It's a surprise. Do you like surprises?
We run the wire straight to the back of the panel, straight down to the carpet. Luckily, I have just a work truck, so it's a rubber carpet. We run it through a little grommet on the bottom. Then let me show you guys down the bottom. All right, so it's a little bit of a mess, guys. It's a little bit of a mess, but this is what we have. Should clean it out better, but this is how we are. So this one is actually for the controller, so don't mind that one. Zip tie it there, just so it could be neater. I'm gonna zip tie these right here, actually. Anyways, we have the air line going straight through, and then we have our power going into our fuse box, power and ground. Power, ground going into our fuse box, which is controlled by the control panel. Then we have, I don't know if this is gonna work actually, guys, because I don't know how much we could do the, oh yeah, I guess so. So I'm running the wire straight over to the back. As you can tell, we do have an exposed red wire, which is the power going directly into the compressor. I taped the little connector just for safety. I did use a butt connector just in case we need to unplug it. And then we have the air line right here. We have the main air line, if you can tell, going towards the back of the airbags. I did do a T-splitter right here. One goes into the compressor. The ground, I did ground it onto the frame. I'm hoping it works as a ground. I did sand it down a little bit, put a bolt through there, change the actual little eyelet into a bigger one. And then let me go to the back and show you guys the airbag part. All right, so for the airbags, if you guys remember, we did have it on the little air valve stems on the back of the truck. So all I did was use one of the lines, cut it in half, and that's what we spliced between the airbags. And then let me see if I could show you guys. Then on the second line, since we had two lines going straight to the back from the airbags, from each airbag, the second line, I teed it off after I cut one of them in half. I teed it off and I ran it straight over to the T coming off of wherever it's at over here. It's somewhere over there. I actually can't see it because I'm in a weird position right now, but take my word for it. Oh, I think it's over there. It's onto the T-fitting. We zip tied the whole frame. I mean, we zip tied the airlines to the whole frame. That way it's out of the way from the heat or the elements, and it's not just jiggling around, walling out when it shouldn't. Let me get out of here and we can go ahead and test it. I do have it wired to number 6. Let's turn on our panel. It's illuminated. This is definitely illuminated. Let's see. There we go. We have air.
You sure about that?
Turns it on. I'm not putting any air in the bags, or it's not sensing it. Let's see if we have any air in them. Maybe it has to travel a lot. So now that we have it here, it's not angled right. I need to angle it right. It's gonna bug me, but there we go. Get some air on it, hopefully. Fast forward through all this. It doesn't seem like it's building any air. I wonder if it's just because they're really low or because it's splitting the air. I don't hear any leaks. As you can tell, airbags do not seem like they have any air. So I'll just keep pushing that button, see if it eventually builds up. So far, unless the compressor's not good, but so far everything's done. I did go ahead and, I didn't show you guys, I did go ahead and mount the compressor right there against the toolbox. With the air down, it won't be hitting the leaf spring, so that's a perfect spot for it. Tucked up out of the elements, and it's great for routing all the lines. Let me go ahead and keep trying that airline or the button for the compressor. Let me turn on the truck too, just in case it dies. All right, so I did run a splitter or a splicer, a union, whatever you want to call it, from the compressor to this line, just to make sure that we did have air coming out of it. And let me show you guys. I don't know if it's supposed to be this low, but it's barely shooting any air. This isn't going to be enough to fill up the airbags. So what I'm gonna do is contact MAXPEEDINGRODS on Monday, because today's Saturday, the weekend, and then we'll see what they end up doing. But basically, this is how you set up your little compressor. There's nothing much more than what I did already. I will be contacting MAXPEEDINGRODS on Monday just to see if there's any troubleshooting or what's the problem with it. Maybe, I don't think I did anything wrong. It's powered, it has air coming out, it's just not enough. I don't know if this is how low it's supposed to be. If it is, it's never gonna fill up my airbag. So I'll contact them and see what what they are willing to do, see if they're sending me a replacement or what I'm doing wrong, and then I'll just go ahead and replace it. Good thing that, like I said, we did the butt connectors, and we just have to unbolt the ground, take off the butt connector, the airline, and replace that little module or little compressor, get a different one. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hopefully this helps some of you. This is real world problems, this is real world installations, reviews, just so you guys know we ain't lying, we ain't faking the funk. I will leave this in the video, but with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Like always, if you're at home, enjoy time with your family. If you're on the road, be safe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.